Who are the most evil people in the world? When we talk about good versus evil, what is the battle that we must win? The greatest evil on this earth is responsible for the suffering of billions. They are like the kings of old who ruled over thousands and millions and could send armies and murder and plunder another thousand or million. They are weak monsters who hide in tall towers because they are cowards, but they are cold and calculating and willing to harm en masse to seek their own selfish gains. This is why Yeshua didn't criticize the murderers as being the worst. Instead, he criticized the religious leaders because they were in the position to lead the people into goodness, but instead they sought their own selfish gains, while the rest of the flock suffered. It is now completely evident that there is a class of powerful people who are working in the shadows to cause significant harm to the world, and they do it to enrich themselves. The Epstein Files exposes a cabal of wealthy elites working in the shadows to conspire against humanity. The crimes against children are horrific, but it is just one disturbing revelation. It is one of the evils that binds them together in secrecy. The worst part, though, is the way they talk about using disease and war to enrich themselves. The worst is the way they use propaganda to create lines between the masses and seed division to destroy any chance of us creating a harmonious society. The evidence is clear. The old food pyramid was created by corporations to sell their ultra-processed food and make us sick. The elite are funding research to create more and more dangerous diseases. The CIA wanted to blow up planes to start a war with Cuba, and JFK stopped it, and he lost his life for standing up to the ultra-wealthy elite. These are just a few examples. We are now the most connected, most informed, and most empathetic populace in history. And if we unite, we can transform our world and eliminate war, eliminate poverty, eliminate sickness. But they conspire to make us sick, keeping us working. They keep us distracted with toys and sports. And if that doesn't work, they get us addicted to drugs and porn. Also, they can siphon money to the top. The evil of this world constantly creates new ways to lock people into poverty. The newest thing is sports betting. So many people are ruining their futures by wasting their money on those sites. We are all burdened by taxes that go against our Constitution, that were supposed to be temporary, but our sellout politicians keep sending more to the global elite and their evil. We just sent $3 billion more to the blue country so they can murder more people in Gaza. The shadow elite do it all to keep us trapped because they know that we have all the power. We can destroy them if we just unite against them. The first step is to identify who they really are, because it is not all rich people who are our enemy. In fact, we can recruit many rich into the cause, and we need them because it is going to take resources and access to power to be able to make the changes that we want. Instead, it is a certain class of rich people. It's fairly easy to identify the evil elite because they don't make anything of value. The rich who got rich selling good things that make our lives full, they can get on our side. These people make the world a better place by creating new things and earn money doing it. But there are those who create money from nothing. Those are the ones who only serve to harm the world. Instead of building farms and growing crops, they create systems to bet on the price of crops so they can siphon money out of the system. They convince us it is good to do this, and many make money from this new system, but ultimately it is just designed to siphon money upward and hurt farmers and hurt consumers. They do this in every industry, but the biggest is finance. They don't create real tangible products. Instead, they create financial products that earn money by profiting from the natural vices of humans, usually gambling. They get others addicted to greed And if that doesn't work, they get them addicted to chemicals or porn or entertainment, all so they can profit. The Roman Caesars called this bread and circus. The real enemy of mankind works in the shadows to create wars. They infiltrate the media so that people can be tricked into supporting war. Your family members go to war and die and suffer, yet their families never die in war. Also, they can siphon money upward. Then when it is revealed that the war was based on lies, none of them receive any consequences. No punishment, no changes, just distraction with a new manufactured crisis. The real enemy is out there laughing at us, still working in the shadows to do more harm. Also, they can profit. So how do we defeat them? First, know that they are trying to force us to fight back with violence. They want us to rise up in violence so they can institute new laws to protect themselves and further entrench their power. The Fed just spent over $1 billion to upgrade their security because they are afraid. They have been screwing the American people, and we have the power to take over. But we must do it peacefully. We need to march on Washington and take over all federal buildings and systems. They belong to the people, and we need to remove the existing corrupt leaders. They covered up the Epstein case. We have to also unite against evil corporations. Start voting with our dollars. Stop spending your money in ways that benefit them. Also, we have to stop being distracted because their power is dependent on us staying distracted. They only win if we are apathetic. Finally, we have to take direct action to expose them. There are millions of good people working for these evil people and evil corporations, and they have knowledge of evils, but fear for their lives. They can bring these evils to light. Just as sunlight sanitizes, so exposing the evil will destroy them. We have to recruit everyone so that they feel safe enough to choose risking themselves to expose their bosses. If we show them that we can build a better future by eliminating evil, they will join us. We can do this, but we cannot do it alone. None of us is the most important piece of the puzzle, but we all play a role in taking down the evil systems. Now is our chance. With the advent of social media, we can reject the propaganda that has lied to us for decades. We can fully recognize the atrocities that have been done to serve the elite. We can take back our government and punish the criminal elite. Type fight in the comments and follow for the next video.